Sneaky steps and shadowy ways. Welcome to the lair where the code is crafty and the hacks are always ethical. Let's dive into the shadows. Hey guys. So I'm continuing on with Orange Cyber Defense's game of Active Directory. Oh, that got loud. Turn the music down a little bit. That's not so loud in my ears. Alrighty. So, continuing off from last time. So, we did escalation 8 with Certify last time, I believe. Yes, okay. And then, we used Secrets Dump, and the NT and LM, or no, the LM and NT portions of the hash for Murine, the Murine computer account. We used that to dump the ntds.dit secrets, which contains all of the every single password hash in the domain. In this case, the sos.local domain. So that was escalation 8. So now we're moving on to ESC1, escalation 1. Request a certificate from a vulnerable template. So we have a list of vulnerable templates. Not really sure why. We're not showing that here, though. So if we go to Cypher and we look for escalation 1. No results match your criteria. I'm not sure. I think I might have some idea of why that's happening. So if we go back here to the enumeration tab. So where we got this Bloodhound data, this certify.zip, I'm thinking that maybe the reason that we can't actually import this and see this is because we're using the community edition of Bloodhound, and I think this is this integration is probably only for the desktop version of Bloodhound. So I'm thinking that's probably why that is. I could be wrong on that, but that's just my thought on that. Okay, so there are already screenshots of this stuff in here anyway, so that's not really a big deal if we can't show that in Bloodhound Community Edition. Because I can still show the screenshots and demonstrate this. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do with escalation 1 is we're gonna start by enumeration, or start with enumeration. So what do I want to do? So let me put this here. Actually, no. Let me do this vice versa. Let me put the terminal here, and somehow maybe I can get this to snap on the left. Okay, there we go. So to start our enumeration, we're going to use certify. So certify-ad. I'm going to use the request function. We're going to do cal.drogo at esos.local techp. Their password is horse. And then the target is going to be bravos.esos. If I could type esos.local. Esos.local. And then the template we're going to be using is called ESC1. Certificate authority is esos-ca. And the user principal name we're going to be impersonating is going to be administrator at esos.local. So we'll go ahead and run that. Failed to resolve esos.local requesting certificate VRPC. Successfully requested certificate. Request ID is 6. Got certificate with UPN administrator at esos.local. Certificate has no object SID. Save certificate and private key to administrator.pfx. Okay, so we have a administrator.pfx, certificate and private key now. So now we're gonna try to authenticate with that using certify auth. So certify-ad auth-pfx administrator.pfx -dc-ip. We'll do 172.16.0.12 and hopefully that will work. Okay, yep, so that gave us the hash. Have the LM and NT portion. Okay, so next, so I did not get an error, luckily. I guess that's it. Yeah. I mean, and then we could again use this hash to dump the ntds.dit file, but we don't really need to do that because we've already done that up here. And this is just demonstrating the different Active Directory certificate services abuses. So now if we move on to ADS, ADCS escalation 2 and escalation 3, we can look at the Bloodhound data in this screenshot. ESC2, escalation 2, escalation 3, use an enrollment agent to request a certificate. Certify.exe, request, all of that. But then we can also do this with certify. Certify rec domain / user password at ca_server -cac _name -template vulnerable template name. And then I'm guessing this is probably for escalation 2 and this is for escalation 3. I believe that's correct, unless this is just a 2-step process for escalation 3. But anyway, so okay, so this explains it. As said in the certify page, escalation 2 is when a certificate template can be used for any purpose. Since the certificate can be used for any purpose, it can be used for the same technique as with escalation 3 for most certificate templates. Okay. So let's distinguish the two attacks by trying with escalation 2. Okay, so we have client authorization is true, any purpose is true, extended key usage, any purpose, and then enrollment rights are sos.local /domain users, okay? And then this explains the vulnerabilities here as well. So for escalation 2, any domain users that are part of sos.local can enroll and template and a template can be used for any purpose. For escalation 3, any domain users on the sos.local domain can enroll, and the template has certificate request agent EKU set. Okay. So we're gonna actually be abusing these together, it looks like. Let's see, so query cert. Okay, so we're gonna request a certificate. And it looks like we're gonna use, oh wait, okay. Okay, so we're gonna request a certificate. So certify-ad rec-u cal.drogo at sos.local. And his password is horse. The target is going to be 172.16.0.23, which is Bravos. And then the template is going to be escalation 2. And then the certificate authority is going to be sos-ca. Okay. We'll run that. Okay, so that gave us a cal.drogo.pfx file, which contains a certificate and private key. So query the cert with the certificate request agent certificate we got before. Okay, so we're gonna query the certificate with the certificate request agent certificate. We can mostly just kind of go off from this last command. Okay, so what's different here? So we've got, okay, target is the same. Okay, so the thing that's different, the template is different. And then we have the on behalf of and the specification of the .pfx file. Okay. So instead of template escalation 2, we're going to be using the user template, and then -on behalf of sos /administrator. So we're just basically going to be impersonating the administrator. with this certificate and private key that we got from cal.drogo. So cal.drogo.pfx. Okay. And then that gives us a an administrator.pfx file containing a certificate and private key. So then we're just gonna authenticate certipy-ad auth-pfx administrator.pfx. And this is actually exactly the same as escalation 1 for authenticating. So run that, and that should just give us a hash, as well as a ticket granting ticket. Yes. Okay. And then we can also do the same with the escalation 3-CRA, escalation 3 templates in the lab. So in order to do that, we'll just do certipy-ad request techu cal.drogo at sos.local, password of course, target is the same, 2.16.0.23, that's Bravos. And then we need to specify the template. So dash template. In this case, it's going to be escalation 3-CRA. And then I believe that is everything for that command. Yes. Okay, so let's run that. What? Oh, I think I missed something. I think I missed... oh yeah, I missed CA, yeah. That was the last thing I needed to add. Dash CA SOS dot local, or no, SOS dash CA, right? Yeah, okay. That was the thing that I was missing. Okay, so we'll run that. And that gives us, again, a cal.drogo.pfx file containing a certificate and private key. And then the next thing we need to do is we run this again. And this, we're going to run this with the escalation 3 template. Okay. And then I think the only thing we need to add is dash on dash behalf of sos backslash administrator. And then specify the .pfx file that we just got. Drogo.pfx. Okay, we'll run that. God, this playlist has a lot of songs with vocals. Hey, welcome in, Pink Gamer 8. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. If I didn't already say that, which I probably did. Huh? Thanks for joining. Okay, so alright, the next thing we need to do is probably auth, right? Yeah. What is going on? Oh crap, my VM froze again, of course. God, I wish I could figure out why that's happening. Auth. And then -pfx, administrator.pfx. We need to specify username. Username administrator. Domain esos.local. DC IP. Is that the IP that ends in 12? Yes. Okay. 72.16.0.12. Okay. And then that should give us a ticket granting ticket and a hash, and it did. Okay. So basically, what this is demonstrating over and over again is a complete domain compromise for the esos.local domain. Okay, so now we have escalation 4. Let's take a look at that. Man, this is really small. I don't know if I can make this any bigger. Maybe? No, that doesn't seem to be affecting anything. Oh, there, that's better. Okay, so escalation 4, right privilege over a certain template. Okay. Escalation 1 on vulnerable template. Wait, so are we using... Are we actually doing anything with escalation 1? No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, this is a cool thing to see. This actually matters a lot more than this even. So we can see that cal.drogo has generic all over escalation 4, which is the name of a certificate template. And since they have generic all over this template, and I believe since they're an admin for Bravos, that's what allows us to exploit this. It probably explains that a little further down. And my VM froze again, of course. I am good. Testing out this game called Greyhack on Steam. Seems pretty fun. Huh, I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard of that. And accurate, lol. Huh. Greyhack. Huh. I'll have to check that out. Let's see. I used to play Hacknet on Steam. Let's see. And it wasn't super realistic, but it was still fun. Let's see. Okay, so escalation 4. Take the escalation 4 template and change it to be vulnerable to escalation 1 technique by using the generic right privilege we got. We didn't set the target here as we target the LDAP. Okay. And we have an ad. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, are you Mr. Robot? No. I just like the show, so I have a Mr. Robot jacket. Let's see. Okay, so put this back where it was. And it scrolled up a little bit. Or scrolled down a little bit. Okay, so to start this attack, we're gonna do certify -AD template. Wait, what? Wait, what? They literally just had an ad break. Is there another ad break? I think there's an ad going on. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. So apparently we're using the template functionality of Certify for this one. The user is gonna be cal.drogo again, like all these others. Esos.local p horse dash template escalation 4. Why does this have so many damn vocals? I guess that's okay. Okay, template is escalation 4, and then dash save dash old dash debug. Okay. think that there needs to be a target. Target 172.16.0 dart. I don't know if that would be 12 or 23. Or maybe I should just set this as DCIP. Yeah, let me do that. Let's see if that works. I believe that worked, maybe? It doesn't, this doesn't show the output of what this is actually supposed to look like. Okay, so what did this actually do? Okay, so we bound to LDAP S. Saved the old configuration for ESC escalation 4 to to escalation 4.json. We updated the certificate template escalation 4. I delete. Okay, successfully updated escalation 4. Okay, then we exploit escalation 1 on the modified escalation 4 template. Okay, so certify ad rec techu cal.virgo @sos.local password of horse. Target is going to be bravos.sos.local. Template is going to be, oh wait. So we're here. Template is going to be escalation 4. Certificate authority is going to be sos-ca. VPN administrator at sos.local. Okay, we'll run that. Okay, so that saved our certificate and private key to administrator.pfx. Even though for whatever reason it couldn't resolve this. Okay, so then we're going to authenticate. Certify-ad auth-pfx administrator.pfx and -dc-ip 172.16.0.12. And I'm guessing this will probably give us a ticket granting ticket and a hash once again. Yes. Okay. Okay, and then we roll back the template configuration. I'm guessing that's just a cleanup step so we can perform this abuse again later on if we want to. Certify-ad template techu cal.drogo at sos.local password of course. Whoops. I don't think this actually needs to be in single quotes. Dash template escalation 4 dash configuration. Whoops. Configuration escalation 4.json. Did that not work? Failed to resolve sos.local. Failed to resolve sos.local. Got error, invalid server address. Okay, let me do -dc-ip 172.16.0.12. Okay, updating certificate template escalation 4. Successfully updated escalation 4. Okay, DNS is not working very well for some reason. But specifying the DCP, the DCIP, seems to be working, so. Okay, what does this show? Same exact things that we saw? Yeah, okay. So I think escalation 6 is the last ADCS attack. Oh wait, no, I think there's actually a CVE that we can play around with as well. Oh yeah, certified. CVE 2022 26923. Okay, so this is the second, or I guess the third to the last abuse that we can perform. So we have the CVE here after escalation 6. And then we have shadow credentials abuse as well. Okay. So ESC6. Misconfigured certificate authority, escalation 6. Abuse attribute subject alt name 2, flag set on certificate authority. You can choose any certificate template that permits client authentication. Okay. As set on certify page, escalation 6 is when the certificate authority specifies the edit f _ attribute subject alt name to flag. This flag allows the enrollee to specify an arbitrary SAN on all. I forget what SAN stands for. I think it's something arbitrary name, I think. SAN active directory. Oh, subject alternative name. Okay. Subject alternative name. Okay, so this flag allows the enrollee to specify an arbitrary subject alternative name on all certificates, despite a certificate template's configuration. Because sos-ca is vulnerable to escalation 6, we can do the escalation 1 attack, but with the user template instead of the escalation 1 template, even if the user template has enrollee supplies subject set to false. Okay. Scroll down here a little bit. Dang it. Okay, so we're gonna abuse this with certify. Request techu cal.drogo at sos.local. And then specify their password. A target of bravos.sos.local. And then the template will be user. Make sure I spell that right. Certificate authority is sos-ca. And then you have user principal name, administrator at sos.local. Okay. Run that. Okay, so that gave us, once again, a certificate and private key saved into administrator.pfx. Is exactly what we see here. Oh, actually, So this gave us a hash here as well. Not sure why we didn't get that. Oh wait, is this a different... That's interesting. We got a completely different output for this. That's interesting. Cause we got the administrator.pfx file, but when they ran this, they got a ticket granting ticket and a hash for administrator. Wonder why that is. Oh, wait, okay. No, I'm wrong. I just needed to scroll this over. We haven't authenticated yet using the PFX file. Thank you for the sub on YouTube, Hugo G. Appreciate it. Let's see. Could you possibly move the cam and thing so we could see the code you're typing? What? Oh, I see what you're saying. Let me just do this. I just liked having the convenience of both windows put next to each other. No way, is that the actual Nahamsek? That dropped into my stream? Welcome in, man. How are you doing? Let's see. Okay. So, oh wait, what am I doing? This is escalation 4. I'm doing escalation 6. Hey, welcome in, Relax Gaming YouTube. Let's see. So what did I even do? Yeah, I'm on the right track. Okay, so I just need to do this now. I just need to change the DCIP, so I'll just grab this, and then I'll also need to change certify to certify-AD. Do I want .12? Yes, okay. Okay, so we'll run this, and that should give us a ticket granting ticket and a hash, and it does. Okay, so we've demonstrated yet again using escalation 6, domain compromise. Okay, let's see, next. Let's see, if you need to disable the edit f underscore attribute subject alt name attribute, or name to attribute, because you want to try without it or just because, this attack will no longer work on an up-to-date Active Directory without escalation 10 vulnerability. You could do as administrator on Bravos the following commands, okay. But now the exploit escalation 6 no longer works. The user is not changed. Interesting. Okay, so let's look at certified now, which is an actual CVE for Active Directory Certificate Services abuse. Which I don't know. Maybe these have CVEs tied to them as well. I'd have to look that up. Let's see. Oliver Lyak found out a way to escalate privileges as a low privilege user into an Active Directory environment. This consists of changing the DNS hostname property on a created computer. The idea looks the same as SAM account name vulnerability. It is a confusion with name on authentication. Details are here. Okay. Create an account with a domain user and set a fake DNS name as the domain controller. Okay, so let's just copy this. And then we'll change some details. Okay. So I think all of this actually should be good. I just need to change this to certify-ad. And we might need to add DCIP. See what happens. Yeah, we can't resolve for some reason. I'm not really sure why that is. Let's look up sos.local. Yeah, server can't find sos.local. nslookup 172.16.0.12. Okay. And ping the IP address, but we're not. But DNS isn't working for some reason. Let's see. I'm not really sure why that is. Oh, I wonder if it's because it needs to be added in here. So let's make this 7kingdoms.local. Make this north.7kingdoms.local. Make this essos.local. And we'll make this north.7kingdom. Actually, no, we won't do that. Because we already have north.7kingdoms.local. Yeah, we'll just leave all this the same. Okay, so I think maybe this will work now. Okay, awesome. Okay, so so many vocals in this playlist. Okay, so we've successfully created an account called Certified PC. Okay. The next thing we'll do is we'll create a certificate with a created computer on the template machine. Yes, okay. So, this seems a bit misleading, but what we're saying here is that the template is called machine. Okay, so let me copy this. And we'll change some arguments. Which I think all we really need to do is actually just add -ad. And then we can run this. Okay, so that's saved a certificate and private key to mirroring.pfx. Okay. So we have that. Then we need to actually authenticate with a certificate as Marine, which is the DC. Need to change a couple of things, like this IP address, because that's not the IP address that I used in my lab. 16.0.12. We need to add -AD. Okay, so we can run that and authenticate, and that gave us a ticket granting ticket and a hash for the Mirroring machine account. Okay. Now we can dump the ntds.dit. Let's see. Yeah. So we export the KRB5 CCC name, or KRB5 CC name, and that's our mirroring.ccache file. And then we authenticate with secrets dump to dump the ntds.dit, which I guess we can do that. We have been doing that. We did that before though. Just with a different path, but we can do that. Inpacket -secrets dump. Is this the same hash? This is gonna be the same hash and everything, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we can just run this again. I could not get this to work, I don't think, with the Ccache file last time, but the hash works just fine, and here's the ntds.dit secrets. Okay. Okay. So we did that. Delete the created computer with a domain admin user. Daenerys.Targaryen is a domain admin? Cal.Drogo is also a domain admin, I'm pretty sure, though. So I think all I need to do... Whoops, did not need to do that. I think I just need to change this to delete. Delete. And then what else? Oh, and then specify the user. Certified PC. So I don't need any of this other stuff, I don't think. See if this works, or if I actually do have to use Daenerys Targaryen. Oh. Oh, I wonder if Cal.Drogo is just a local admin. Okay, yeah, because they don't have permission to delete certified PC $. Okay. In that case, I'll just copy this. And then I just needed to change this to -AD. Okay, select successfully deleted. So we did that. Oh, that's how we got that hash. I was wondering about how we got that hash. Okay. We just got that hash from the ntds.dit. Okay. Okay. But now imagine you can't DC sync with secrets dump due to a security product on the DC, or you just want to get a shell directly on the DC. Let's try to get a shell. We got the ticket granting ticket of the DC, exactly like in part 5 for SAM account name. So we will use inpacket get st to impersonate the administrator and get a service ticket to access the DC as administrator. Okay. Remember to use the good inpacket pull request to use this. See part 5 for installation. Thanks again to shut down for the ads to inpacket. Okay. Okay, so let me copy this. And we have an ad break. Annoying. Is there actually an ad break going on? Oh, yep, I guess there is an ad break going on. Okay, it should be over in a second here. Okay. We're gonna use WMI exec, huh? Oh, we can use WinRM. I'd rather use WinRM anyway. Hey, welcome in OG Classic Jones. Thanks for joining. I'm just going through the different Active Directory certificate services abuses for Orange Cyber Defense game of Active Directory. Are the ads over now on Twitch? I can't tell. I think they are. It looks like it. Okay, so continuing on. Where were we? Okay, so we're gonna get a service ticket by impersonating the administrator user. on sos.local. Okay. Whoops, I did not. Oh wait, no, I meant to do that. Order, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do inpacket dash get st. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Oh wait, I have to have. Oh, I have to export this first. Okay. Before I do this, we do export krb 5cc name mirroring.ccache, and then I can run this. Okay, so now we have a ticket. Okay. Now I can use the ticket, so now I need to export the new ticket, and then we can use wait, what? Oh, okay. So we can actually skip ahead. Damn it. Okay, so we can export our new ticket, and then we can authenticate via evil WinRM and get a shell that way. Okay, so I need to export this ticket. Export krb 5cc name equals. I just need to get rid of this and add that. And I'll put this in quotes just in case. Okay, then I can just authenticate via evil WinRM. Wait, we don't have to specify -k? This will just authenticate? No? Okay. Is there a way to... I thought there was a way to specify Kerberos off. Oh, tech R, right. Oh wait, I have tech R. So why didn't that work? Domain is still up. Huh, that should have worked. Let's see. An error of type GSS API error happened. Messages GSS init sec context did not return. GSS complete. Unspecified GSS failure. Minor code may provide more information. Matching credential not found. Helm Hex Hobgoblin. Documents. Code administrator at CFS nearing sos.local. Oh, is it just sos.local.ccache? No. Well, what the shit? going to stick around for a bit. Hopefully I learned something, as I am new to cybersecurity and working on my cert. Oh, what cert are you working on, OG Classic Jones? Could it be the 2C in cache? What do you mean? Echo. The file is supposed to end in 2Cs. It's C cache. Not sure why this isn't working. Because this is the correct file. And this is the correct variable. Believe. Wait a second. I think I see the problem. Note, here we asked an alt service http:/mirroring.sos.local for WinRM use. Oh, crap. Okay, I know what the problem is. Okay, I need to request a new certificate. I was supposed to use HTTP for WinRM, not CIFS. I used CIFS. So this needs to be HTTP. Crap. There may be something else. Okay, let me just copy this. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Wait, what? Ah, crap, my VM, froze it again. Hey, welcome in, Colin Whitman. I don't know how this came across my page, but I'm currently a computer programming major, and this looks a lot more fun than building applications. This is ethical hacking. So what I'm doing is I am going through this is Microsoft Active Directory hacking. I have a lab environment set up using Orange Cyber Defense's Game of Active Directory lab. And I'm just going through the different Active Directory certificate services abuses. I'm new to the cybersecurity scene, been messing around with Kali, learning some pen testing. Could I ask what you're doing here? Oh, hey, welcome in, Hunter Trades. So, as I just explained, I am doing the Orange Cyber Defense Game of Active Directory. So this is Active Directory hacking, or penetration testing, I guess you could say. Ethical hacking, either way. I have a lab environment set up with the Orange Cyber Defense Game of Active Directory. And I'm just going through the Active Directory certificate services abuses, using the actual official guide. Why are we... Is that supposed to be... Oh, okay, I see. So we need to I need to export this again, and then I'm going to actually use this for getting the service ticket. Okay, that makes sense. And my VM's froze again, of course. Also, by the way, I did forget to mention, the lab is built on a Type 1 hypervisor, Proxmox. And I just used the documentation for Orange Cyber Defense's Game of Active Directory to build the lab, using Ansible and Terraform. Ansible to create the templates for the virtual machines, and then Terraform to run the playbooks for creating the lab. You can also do this with a tool called Ludus, though, which makes it a lot easier. Ludus.cloud has a guide on how to build out the Game of Active Directory with Proxmox as well. And so after you set up Proxmox, that's one way to do it as well. I didn't do it with Ludus, but I have been messing with Ludus a little bit lately. It's pretty cool. You can use the Ludus API to manage all the virtual machines and create templates and all that stuff. That's pretty cool. Okay, so getting back to what I was doing before. So the first thing we need to do is export this back in to the KRB5CC name variable, and then we can get the service ticket using this. And this is just using impacket-get st. And that should give us another ticket, service ticket. Oh shit. All right. Gosh. Okay, so this is not the right directory. I copied this directly from the guide, but that's not what this directory looks like for me. So that is the correct directory and the correct file. So now can run this and this should work. We should get a service ticket. Okay, we've got that. So now we need to export that into this same variable. So I'll just copy this and put that right in there. And just to be safe, I'm gonna put all this in single quotes. Okay, and we've exported that. And now we should be able to authenticate and get a shell with EvilWin and WinRM. Okay, so we just need to run this short command. So what this does is we're using EvilWinRM, so we're actually abusing WinRM access for the administrator user in order to get a shell via Windows Remote Management, which is what WinRM stands for. But this is a tool that abuses that basically to get a shell. And then we have our, I guess you could call it target. Going back up to the documentation, so the -I is for IP, okay. But you can have an IP or a host name. If we're using Kerberos authentication, though, we have to have a fully qualified domain name, so that's what we've got here. We're using the fully qualified domain name of murine.sos.local. Murine is the domain controller for the sos.local domain, and then we're using tack R for Kerberos authentication to the esos.local domain. So this should give us a shell now. Okay, establishing connection to remote endpoint. Did I miss some messages? Oh yeah, sounds interesting. I'm trying to understand where to start with all this stuff. I've taken an online school doing JavaScript and HTML coding, but didn't find it very interesting. Got the cert. Colin Whitman, I'm working on my applied sciences with emphasis on cybersecurity. Oh, okay. So you're going the degree route then. But can't find a job. Good luck, man. I have always been on the fence about gaining some cybersecurity certs, but honestly don't know where to start. Market for us junior devs is pretty brutal. Competing against tons of devs with tons of experience. Yeah, that's kind of how the cybersecurity market is right now as well. It's only gotten worse. I got that cert some years ago. I've been told to go to network events for job leads. Yeah. I would just suggest to keep trying to get certs and continue to apply. I actually had been previously unemployed since April, but I just kept applying and eventually something stuck, and so I just got a job as a junior detection engineer at a cybersecurity company recently. So I lost my job in April, but I have started working in the cybersecurity field again as a junior detection engineer. But I had previous SOC experience, Security Operations Center experience, and penetration testing experience, and IT experience. Started out in IT and transitioned into cybersecurity as a security information. As a Security Operations Center analyst. Did several different jobs in security operations. So I did. Started out as a Security Operations Center Analyst 1, and then was promoted to a team captain, and then and then was promoted to a SOC Tier 2 analyst, and then at the same time of doing the being a SOC team captain and a SOC Tier 2 analyst, I was doing a penetration testing internship. I did a penetration testing internship for 7 months and ended up on my last engagement compromising an Active Directory domain of a real enterprise network. And I also have TCM Security's Practical Junior Penetration Tester. I do plan on taking their Practical Network Penetration Tester certification once I can afford that. And I also have my Security Plus, as well as a Microsoft certification for Active Directory domain services. Let's see. I have zero experience in any IT fields. Can't even get a help desk job. LOL. Yeah, it's the market is really tough right now. I don't have experience either, but I have other skills, and I'm in school and taking Sec Plus cert in December. I have A+. Nice. Ooh. I actually ended up getting my job as a junior detection engineer because of streaming. Streaming actually does a lot for you, especially if you're able to explain and articulate things well, kind of as you're learning them, and that's kind of why I got my recent job, is because of streaming. So that's pretty cool. Ooh. Let's see. You have other skills as well. We just have to get in the door, yep. Hey, welcome in, Thomas Wynn. Do you need a lot of certs to land a job? It does help. It helps to have certs, especially Security Plus if you're trying to break into the industry. There's also a Google cybersecurity cert, as well as ISC2, I think, has an entry-level cybersecurity cert as well. So yeah, those definitely help, especially if you don't have any experience or like a degree in the field. But fun fact, you don't need a degree to be successful in this field. I don't have a degree in cybersecurity. I did go to community college for cybersecurity and learned a lot there, but I got my Security Plus on my own, like a few years after I actually attended community college, and I'm doing pretty well in the industry, working in the cybersecurity industry now. So you don't let anybody tell you absolutely have to have a degree to work in the cybersecurity and IT field. Let's see, best places to learn. It depends on what you're trying to learn. Are you trying to learn ethical hacking or trying to learn information technology? I found that as far as ethical hacking and penetration testing, TryHackMe is a really good place to start learning that. If you want to start learning Linux, to start out with, a good place for that is Over the Wire Bandit. But you'll learn the basics of Linux, and that's kind of where I learned the basics of Linux, from TryHackMe. Okay, so we have a shell. Are we actually doing anything with this? Oh, and voila, yeah, okay, so we got a shell. Which is cool, but this isn't a capture the flag, so it's not as interesting. But the thing about it is that it's a lot more real world in that context, because we're not dealing with flags. We're treating this like an actual enterprise network. That's what's so cool about this lab, because it's not meant to be like a CTF. Oh, nice! You just got a sub to TryHackMe. That's awesome. I started out with the complete beginner path on TryHackMe. There's also the pre-security path if you're not very familiar with cybersecurity in general. That's a good place to start. Oh man, I didn't realize what time it was. I really need to end this stream soon. I wonder how long it will take us to do this last abuse. Shadow credentials. Oh, this doesn't seem like this will take too long. I do want to explain this, so I don't want to just jump into it. I think I can probably do this in about 5 minutes, so we'll see. Hey, thank you for the sub on YouTube, Elevate. Let's see. I'm waiting for this ad to finish on Twitch. Ooh. And then I'll answer your question, Colin Whitman. Thank you for the sub on YouTube, Thomas Wynn.
Hell yeah! Goblin life!
Whitman_27 followed your channel.
Thank you for the follow on Twitch, Whitman_27. Okay, to answer your question, Colin Whitman, would you recommend starting with Network Plus or just jump into Security Plus? You certainly could jump into Security Plus. I went in order, so I took my A Plus, my Network Plus, and then my Security Plus. I don't think it's absolutely necessary, though. If you want to just go straight for the Security Plus, I think that would be fine. It's basically just studying for an exam and passing it, so as long as you know the material, then you'll be fine. So you don't necessarily need to go for Network Plus if you don't want to. Have a good one, Hunter Trades. See you next time, hopefully. Wait, what is going on with this tonight? I thought the ad break ended and now we have an ad break in progress and it ends in 1 minute in 1 minute? What is going on? Is there actually an ad rolling right now? I can't really even tell. Let me open up a separate browser and look at my stream and see if that's actually true. No? Twitch is just twitching. Oh wait, no, there is an ad going on. Okay. Unless it's just a pre-roll ad because I dropped into there. But anyway, okay, so I think we should be back. No, ad break ends in 12 seconds. Alright, I'll wait 10 seconds. Gosh dang. Okay, come on. And we're back. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see how if we can get this shadow credentials abuse knocked out pretty quickly. I do want to go ahead and read all of this to make sure that I'm explaining this all of this instead of just jumping straight into the abuse. Okay, so shadow credentials. Shadow credentials attack consists of using the generic or generic write privilege on a user or computer to set up the attribute MSDS key credential link. There's an explanation here for this. Okay, on Spectre Ops. Okay. Okay, so here's the TLDR. It is possible to add key credentials to the attribute MSDS key credential link of the target user computer object, and then perform Kerberos authentication as that account using pkinit. In plain English, this is a much easier and more reliable takeover primitive against users and computers. A tool to operationalize this technique has been released alongside this post. Okay. Going back here. You can get the DACL movement on Shutdown website, the Hacker Recipes. I'm guessing that is maybe the tool that we're going to be using. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so cal.drogo has generic all over viserys.targaryen. And then viserys.targaryen has generic right over jorah.mormont. And then they're a member of something. Okay, so let's see. This attack is very useful when you have right on another user. Okay, with generic right, you can only do target Kerberoasting, add a service principal name to a user, perform a Kerberoasting attack, unset the service principal name. But the user password must be weak to the Kerberoasting attack in order for the Kerberoasting attack to work. Okay. Set up a logon script. Change LDAP parameters to set up a logon script, but it implies that the user log on to the computer. An SMB server is shared to offer the script and set up a script that bypasses the security solutions in place. Shadow credentials, the attack we want to do. We need a certificate service on the domain. Okay. Which we do have on sos.local. With generic all, you can force change password. But on a real pen test, you don't want to block a user by changing their password. Yeah, it's very uncommon practice to actually change a legitimate domain user or local user's password. And this is not very stealthy, too. So if you can do another way, this is fine. Yeah, because if this were a real environment and you changed a user's password, that would get you caught pretty quick, because that user is not going to be able to log into any of the services that they want to, that they're going to be able to normally log into. Let's see. All the attacks available in the generic right part. So if Active Directory Certificate Services is enabled on the domain, which it is, on the sos.local domain, and we have write privileges on MSDS key credential link, we can do the shadow credentials attack to get direct access to the user account. And this seems to be the better idea in this case on a real pen test. Yes, because we don't want to in a real pen test, we don't want to cause any disturbance to the actual to production. We don't want to actually cause any disturbance or any kind of interruption to production in a real pen test. Let's see. Shadow credentials is now included with Certify. This attack can also be done with PyWhisker. Can you explain how API scamming or hacking on Steam works? If not, it's alright, thanks. API scamming or hacking on Steam works. I believe that is that's largely a phishing campaign where a link is sent to a user, they click on the link, and then it captures their Steam token, authentication token. Much like how traditional phishing scams work by getting someone to click on a link and then sending them to a website. Well, I mean, so I believe there are phishing attacks where no user interaction is required besides clicking on a link, so you just have to click on a link and then it captures your authentication token. Okay, like let's see. Thomas would know you don't need a bunch of certs, you need experience. Well, certs do help. If you can't get experience, then what do? You either get a degree or you get certifications, and certifications are a lot cheaper than a degree, and a degree is also not as likely I don't want to say not as likely, but you're not guaranteed to get a job with either with a degree or with certificates, but I'd say certificates definitely help, especially if you don't want to go the degree path. Let's see. So we can use shadow credentials with Certify. So let's copy this. We'll exit out of this. We don't really need this shell anymore. We'll paste this in, and I don't think the only thing we need to change here is Certify to Certify-AD, because that is that's what I'm using. I'm using Certify-AD, not Certify. So we'll run this. And I'm not really sure what the output of this is going to look like. Okay, so we targeted the user Viserys.Targaryen. Okay, we generated a certificate. A certificate was generating key credential. Okay, key credential generated with device ID. Adding key credential with device ID to the key credentials for Viserys.Targaryen. Successfully added key credential with device ID to the key credentials for Viserys.Targaryen. Authenticating as Viserys.Targaryen with a certificate. Using principal Viserys.Targaryen at Essos.local. Trying to get a ticket granting ticket. Got a ticket granting ticket. We saved the credential cache to Viserys.Targaryen.ccache. Okay, so we have a ticket granting ticket as Targaryen, Viserys.Targaryen. And we were able to, we attempted to retrieve the NT hash, restored the old key credentials, and then we successfully restored the old key credentials for, Viserys.Targaryen, and we got a NT hash for them. So this is the NT portion of the hash. So what's the next thing we need to do? Okay, so that's the same, and we can do the same from Viserys to Jorah. Okay, so we just need to copy this and run this. After we add on -AD. Okay, so we'll run that. And then we have the NT hash for Jorah.Mormont. Okay. So this did the exact same thing as this did, just for a different user. And why did we do that? So let's go back up to here. Okay, so Viserys.Targaryen has generic right over Jorah.Mormont. And because of that, that allows us to use the Shadow Credentials attack to get their NT hash using the NT hash of Viserys. Because they have generic, what was it? Generic right? Yeah. Since they have generic right over Jorah.Mormont, that allows us to get their NT hash. Next time we'll have fun with MS SQL, Goad Pwning Part 7 in the lab. Okay, so. Alright, I think I am done for now. Let's see. I'm in school for computer science. Is that a good start? Yeah. You can certainly get into cybersecurity with a computer science degree. I start the 14. Hype. Nice! You'll probably be taught about secure coding practices, but probably not cybersecurity as a whole, I would imagine. Try Hack Me is a pretty good resource for that if you're actually trying to get into the cybersecurity field by starting in with computer science. But anyway, guys, well, thank you for the sub, OG Classic Jones. Appreciate it. I think I'm gonna end the stream here, because it's, I actually already went over, I started late, started like two hours late, and was only gonna be on for an hour, but ended up being on for almost 2 hours, which is kind of what I intended to do, but I was pretty late, so it's getting close to time for me to go to bed. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream there. Hopefully you guys learned something. I definitely learned something, and I hope you found this interesting. I'm gonna probably keep on continuing with Game of Active Directory, But thanks everybody for joining. Hopefully I'll see you again next time on Saturdays when I plan on streaming again. But until then, hack the planet.
Huh?
See you next time.